Hey, ma'am.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, girl. You be working.
Girl, who you telling? Show.
You
You
been
do too.
working?
I be seeing you, girl. I'm so happy to see how far you be coming. I just love to see it. I really do.
Oh, I appreciate you. Now, remember you said this before we get into the interview
Yes,
because I know I'm going to ask the questions. So, remember you said you love me.
I sure do.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I do. Because when people found out that you was coming on, they threw a lot of questions at me to ask you. And you
Oh my
probably already know
goodness.
what it's about.
Oh, okay.
You probably know what it's about already.
All right, girl, I already know. Listen, you ain't got.
Because I was like, okay, I asked. Okay.
Oh, I already, girl, look. Oh, Lord.
Child.
I was prepared for it.
I was gonna ask you, but damn, I ain't know they was. Hey, you need to ask her. Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
All
I knew they was gonna come for me, girl. I'm ready. Sure.
right. So introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are and what genre you write in, and anything you want them to know before we get started.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Author Taugjaye. I know the G kind of throws people off, but it's Taugjaye, one word. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I don't necessarily write one genre. I bounce back and forth between dark romance, street lit. I'll do some erotica, even though I haven't really been in that lately, but yeah, I kind of got a little bit of everything. And I'm a wild card, so I just say ask questions because it's never the one answer to everything. Put it like that.
Now, I was I was introduced to you by. Now I know it's not pronounced like this, but I say no.
Ah, girl.
That's what I say.
Okay.
I don't know about what everybody else say, but I say no.
Then it's gonna be this
Cause
shit.
that's how he was acting in that book. Like a straight no.
Girl, like this motherfucker right here. Oh, excuse me. I be trying to stop cussing, girl. So excuse me. You might hear me
Oh well,
slip
you
a
just
little
came to
bit.
the wrong podcast, girl. I
I
cuss like
know,
a
right?
damn sailor.
Look, God forgive me, please.
God know I'm a heathen. He love me still.
Oh, I know that's right. He love all his children, baby. Say
Right.
it loud.
So now that particular series, because that's what they was on my ass to ask questions
Whew.
about. Now,
All right now.
that was a hell of a series. It still is a series, sort of. Is it still a series?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that is a hell. I have never been so invested and went through a series so fast in my fucking life.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Cause they mama was wow.
Whew.
Uh,
Dang,
but
baby, somebody had to keep that intact because, ooh wee.
wowing. I was like,
Girl.
she said, "Fuck with me, if you want to."
Okay.
But
That's the only person he listened to.
that was it. Yeah. So tell me what made you want to go into writing this series because that series is good as fuck.
Thank you, girl. It's crazy because when I originally thought of the series, it was supposed to drop. I get my years mixed up. It was supposed to be a Christmas story. It was supposed to be called Five Golden Kings, and it was supposed to be about the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I said no because I know when I do holiday drops, I kind of rush through stuff to kind of make it short, get to the point for the book or whatever. And I was like, no, I see a lot more with these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So Tiana dropped a Valentine's Day project. Well, she asked me to do it with her. I believe it was Tina J that did the Valentine's Day project. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, okay, I could introduce him there. And then all of a sudden it just built from his story, girl. Like that's all I got. Like for real.
Why you make niggas so insane?
Girl. You know what?
He was civilized but crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I was very, very influenced by you. That's where my influence came from. The
Me?
show, the TV show you.
I was about to say me.
Yes, girl.
Oh
Well, hey, you
no,
know what,
wait.
baby?
By that crate.
Yes. And I kept saying, I want one of them, but I want a black one. So I came up with Nuka,
Wait
girl.
a minute. Yo, you wanted a Joe.
Yes, girl.
So you invented this whole food
Yeah,
ass
girl.
because he was a fool.
He was a fool. He was crazy, but it was the way he paid attention to
Mm,
them women. It was the
mm,
way he took the time. And I'm not saying it's okay to fall in love with a serial killer, somebody psycho or crazy or whatever. But at the same time, if a man really showed a woman that type of attention, and just
mm,
imagine if you really loved her right, you throw God into it, and you make it what it. That's where I got Nuka from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't give that time and attention to women, and
mm,
especially me growing up as a plus size woman, a lot of men did not know how to love like that out loud. That's where
mm.
I got Nuka from. And Joe wasn't afraid to be who he was for who he wanted. Baby, slap Nuka in that, and that's all you got. There we go.
Listen here. Listen here. Nuke, I always say I don't want none of these fictional men in real life because I'm crazy in real life. Just
Okay,
reading that shit, I'm like, shit, we'll fucking tear this world up.
girl,
But that that one,
girl.
he was crazy. But like I said, he was a civilized crazy. Even if that don't make sense to y'all, baby, he was a civilized crazy.
Yes, sir.
He was a civilized crazy. Now let's talk about his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did you make it so that everybody had a different personality but still was crazy?
The goal was to make them not sound the same, and that was that, and it kind of made it easier from there because I knew as long as I knew how I wanted Nuka to sound, it
Mm-hmm.
was easier to pick who I wanted his brothers to be. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing, and I think this is a really big picture that a lot of people miss about the story, don't get me wrong, baby, I love me some Nuka.
Mm-hmm.
Pull from their father. So the way I got it was I pulled 5 different personalities that make Sosa, and I just showed you Sosa through 5 different men. That's
Mm.
basically how I got it.
So the daddy was,
Yeah,
he was just,
girl.
I, s- I s-
Yes,
mm.
all that in between.
Cause y'all, if it's ever a book to say they got it from their daddy, they got it from
Ooh.
their daddy, and they mammy.
Cause she
She
wasn't
wasn't too
innocent,
ratchet
baby.
tight neither.
She was not innocent.
She came off like this sophistic. Nah, she was. What's A. Lewis' favorite word? Sophistiratchet. That's
Okay,
what the fuck she was.
okay. I
That's
second that.
she was sophistiratchet, like A. say. Uh,
Yeah, don't play with her. She gonna be a lady in the streets. But behind closed doors, do not play with mama.
Facts. So you write plus size women. You don't, or you make the average woman. You do not go out your way to have a skinny woman. Like most books, and I hate to say it, a lot of books do placate to that skinny size 0, size 2, size 4 type female. I ain't seen that shit since birth.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about writing these women and giving them personalities and also giving them grit? Like, hold up, nigga, you gonna slow the fuck down and do as I say.
Okay. So let's start it with this because I've been writing for a long time. I've been writing
Mm-hmm.
since 2016. Dropped 2017, like the years blur, but it's been a minute. So when I first started writing, you kind of fall into the norm of everything of making sure your plus size woman is curvy and how they want it to be. But
Mm-hmm.
then it's like as I branch further into it, it's like, you know what? I don't look like that. And I'm gonna keep it real because I want these men to love me how I want to be loved too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So once I started seeing it like that, you know what I'm saying? And I go off real body sizes and I just like I said, I just base it off how I know I want to be loved and not just trying to make it ventured off myself. But I know that we all don't look like that standard
Mm-hmm.
size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there are men out there that love a woman for who we are, no matter what or who says what's right and what's wrong. So that's
Mm-hmm.
just always my focus. And
Mm-hmm.
then I kind of base it off my personality a little bit, but at the same time, from reading a lot and from like reading interviews, and I'll read other books, or if I'll just, it's everything is reading these days. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of us go through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a question that she has somewhere, I'm gonna try to answer the question as best as I can from my point of view to help whoever I possibly can. If that answers the question, I know I kind of get off subject sometimes.
No, no, because I don't never stay on subject. You might start off with a question, and we might be chatting about a whole. We might be talking about dick by the end of this shit.
Girl,
I don't
okay.
know.
Oh,
It just be like that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But to now I'm gonna go ahead and draw into the question that everybody has been asking. Where's the books, Lashandra?
Excuse me, girl.
Where's the books, Lashandra? Where is
Girl,
the
this
rest
book was
of
supposed to
Never
drop a
Know?
whole year ago. I won't go into detail. My world was rocked March
Mm,
2023. When I say rocked, my world was so rocked, and I was halfway into the book at that point. Like halfway into this finale, and then boom, my world got rocked. And
mm,
then after that, it's just like I was going back into the story, and I'm reading it again, I'm reading it again. And it's just like, I don't think they're gonna like that. So a lot of it was thinking that the readers wasn't gonna like it how it was. A lot of it was me second guessing myself. A lot of it was me with the way I wrote it. A lot of it was me with the plot. It was just a lot of confusion going on. And
mm-hmm,
so, like, now that I'm finally at a point where I know how I want it to be, it's executing it. So it's like, I finished the book. I ain't gonna lie and say I haven't. But do you know how many times I've trashed the book because I just didn't like what it sounded like? And
mm,
I don't want to give you a book that's finished, but I wasn't whole and complete with. I'm not just gonna give you no, okay, I wrote the end, so I'm gonna give no. This is the finale. This is technically the finale. This is closing the book because there's a couple extra books that's gonna come afterward. And I know it's because of how I wrote the finale and how I intend on it to really end. So it's just been a lot of me getting it to sound the way I know I want it to sound so that everything else makes sense. So I'm closing in. Don't get me wrong. I'm
I got a
closing
question.
in.
I got a question. I got a couple
Uh huh.
questions. All right. First question. Where your alpha and beta readers at?
Where are they waiting on me?
Do you have alpha and beta readers?
I do. I have great alpha and beta readers.
Okay. Where your arc readers at?
I have one arc reader. She got super duper busy, but I always got room for new arc readers. Put it like that. Okay. Yes. We can handle this afterwards. Yes, we can.
Say less.
I have amazing people on my team, but I am always willing and looking for somebody new because, for one, a lot of people don't understand how I write, and I love a fresh set of eyes. I love a fresh set of ears because you might hear the way I don't hear it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You might have insight about something that might have gone over my head. So I love when I get new people, and a lot of times it's trusting people too. But for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, I have a very solid team. Shout out to everybody that I work with because they are honest. When I send them stuff, they give me great feedback. So, it's definitely, I have a good team, but like I said, always open for more.
I just want to say I can't stress enough how that series just was so fucking good. I
Thank
felt
you.
everybody's pain. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so good. Like you had all of us on it. When I say we was talking about this damn series for so fucking long, people like,
Girl,
who is that? Who is that girl? You need to go read it. That,
I appreciate that. I'm telling you, it just having struggling so much with the
Mhm.
finale discouraged me so much on top of everything that I was going through. And not saying that I'm completely healed through what I'm going through now, but I'm definitely in a better headspace to where when I sit down, I don't have so much confusion and I'm not second guessing what I'm typing at this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes.
I'm gonna say this to you. I don't know what's going on in your life, and I am only a reader on the outside looking in. But a lot of times, people don't know how to give authors grace because y'all are human. Y'all do have real situations. Y'all really have stuff going on outside of the books. So I just want to be a positive light, even though I can become off as an asshole a majority of the time.
No, I get you.
But I want you to understand that your readers appreciate your gift because it is a gift to write. So I don't, whatever's going on in your life, know that you have people that are loving you because of that gift. They don't know you personally or physically, but spiritually, and the way you write, we love it. So we send that love to you. So I also want to get you to give yourself grace, because a lot of times you authors come on here. It be authors, actors, it be what are audiobook narrators. Y'all don't give yourself grace for shit.
Oh, we girl.
Y'all don't give yourself grace, and y'all don't appreciate yourselves like y'all should.
I agree. I agree. I definitely agree.
And I want you to take this and I want you to run with it in 2025. Give yourself some fucking grace, because the next bitch won't.
Okay.
So please stop doubting yourself. And I know that's hard because I doubt myself every day.
Girl, girl, girl.
But
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 there is a God, baby. There is a God.
but as I told Booked and Busy, she is another podcast in which I think you should reach out to her because she is
Okay.
awesome. But like I told her, I read Psalms 91 every day.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm a heathen, but I know that word is always going to protect me.
Okay.
I'm not at church or in church, but I'm spiritual enough to know the word will protect me.
Because God is not a liar, and what he say is true, and it might not happen now, and it's definitely something that I had to learn. If he say it, be still, be patient, and know that I am God. Baby, if he ain't taught me one thing, he has taught me that. And I definitely agree. I spread that to everybody listening, just as you said. Amen.
Amen. So I, from one heathen to a spiritual person,
Okay, baby, look, we all sinners. Listen, listen, listen. We ain't niggas
I,
alone.
I'm gonna need you to give yourself grace because you have a talent. Your books are awesome. Um, and I also want to ask you, as a author, as a black woman in this space, how hard is it for you to get your books to a place that you're happy where they're like sold or looked upon or marketed?
You know what? I'll be honest. It's not easy. It took me a long time to build my name, and I'm still building. I'm still growing because I feel like I can always do better at some aspect. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, at the same time, I just give it my all. First of all, because I can never just not say this. I pray, and I know it might sound crazy to everybody. For one, I pray because everything that I do, I make sure that it's through Him. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
pray, and then on top of that, I just like me, I don't speak a lot. I'm real sheltered and I'm behind closed doors a lot. So for one, doing this interview is really a lot for me. I've done an interview before, but again, this is my first TikTok interview. So marketing was a hard area for me because I'm socially I have social anxiety. And thank God that I've really gotten over that. But like just marketing and finding reviewers and searching for pages like yours or stumbling over them, coming over them, I just do what I can to because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's sometimes it is who reads that book. Sometimes it is what book group that you are in. Sometimes it is who you know. You know what I'm saying? And not
Mm-hmm.
just saying that to use that to be gatekeeping or nothing like that, but it's definitely you have to put yourself out there or people not gonna know who you are. You can have the best title, you can have the best cover, you can have the best book from close to open, from open to close. I'm saying it backwards. But if you don't market yourself, if you don't get out there, you have to. So again, after so many years and just knowing people, and thankfully I was published under Lucinda John, I was published under Misha Mish. You know, I've done a bunch of group projects, as Siobhan, Tayana. You know what I'm saying? So networking with those people has definitely helped me get where I am today. So I definitely say networking and being in groups and just getting out there is really a big part of it.
I understand that because there's a lot of people who's influential in a lot of different backgrounds and nobody knows who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we sometimes tend to stick to one group.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't
Definitely.
we don't branch out. So I get that. So do you think that with everything that you had going on and have going on with your life that you will want to put out more books, or is it just your personal life is just really hectic?
It's very hectic. Like, I'll be honest, I got an arm length worth of books that I want to put out. When I
Mhm.
say down from outline to everything connecting, because just to give a little bit of insight, like the finale drops, and then I want to give a couple more books after that because I know it's still gonna be so many loose ends. And then
Mhm.
I have the East Point Island series that was left open because I left off with the introduction to Rocco's book, which has their final part. The face, girl, the face. Oh my goodness. And it's like it's so much that I know I want to do, but at the same time with life and just definitely knowing walking into my purpose, I
Mhm.
don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know if it's meant to happen, it will happen. But this finale is definitely happening, so don't think that ain't happening,
Ooh,
but it
Jesus,
is.
thank you. Don't ask me shit else, y'all. Don't,
Don't
don't
interrogate my girl, please. I'm
don't ask
sorry,
me shit.
y'all.
I'll be scared sometimes when you authors come. Could you ask? Wait a minute. Yeah. You know that ain't how I roll. God damn.
Girl,
But so, what is it that you plan to do as far as getting outside? Then, because book events are very important, even online book events where you do virtual book events. How are you going to do that?
I didn't even know virtual book events was a thing. Let's start there.
What?
That's how closed in I am, and I don't like to be like I'm just used to being by myself, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an introvert, but writing was always my way to put me out there so that I could, get in touch with the world. It's like every time I sign up for a book event, it falls through. Something always end up happening beforehand. So I just like to surprise people with stuff. If I go to a book event, I'm gonna have to let you know when I touch down in that city. I'm here. I'm gonna be there because I don't know what life be throwing me. I be wanting to, but stuff happens. But I'm definitely gonna make it my goal in 2025 to at least attend one book event. That is definitely a goal.
Well, you need to be at the Boozy Book Tour in Chicago.
Okay, well, how do I sign up?
We're gonna talk offline. We're gonna
Okay,
talk offline.
okay,
Because you say you in St. Louis, right?
yes,
That's hop, skip, and jump.
okay. It sure is, cause baby, I will drive anywhere.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump to Chicago. So and look, Shannon come on right after I said that. That's my business partner. That
Okay.
we had the Boozy Book Tour and we got an event in Chicago
I
in
would love
October.
to attend.
And you missed the question that you asked. I already asked her. So yeah, what you getting?
It's coming, y'all. I promise you it's coming. I promise. I don't like giving release dates because my mouth will say one thing, but then when I get to reading that book and I hit them final edits and it be like, oh my goodness. And a lot of it be anxiety, but it's like, just know that when I drop it, promo, when I say heavy promo gonna start for it, that's how you know it's coming. That's all I'm gonna say. When that heavy promo drop, it's coming.
Now, can you tell me how do you feel about the way the internet is when you first started until the way it is now, as far as for indie authors?
Um, you know what? It's a lot more. I don't know if open's the right word to say right now. Everything's a lot more available at this point in life. You know what I'm saying? When I
Mhm.
first started, it was hard to get out there. It was definitely hard. Can you say the question one more time, girl, so I can make sure I'm answering it right?
How do you feel of the internet? Like, how is it from when you first started to the way it is now?
Oh yeah, like it's way more open and accepting. You can be more of yourself. You can be more unique. And it was a standard you had to meet at first when
Mhm.
I first started. You know what I'm saying? The titles had to be a strict way. The covers had to be a strict way. And then a lot of times there weren't as many designers, there weren't as many opportunities. So you had to stick to a certain structure Now it's a lot more free, it's a lot more open, so we're able to be a lot more creative. But I will say, when I was published under Lucinda John, that's who I first published under, like a big bulk of my books. Baby,
Mhm.
Lou gave us full control. When I say she definitely hit us with them titles to make sure our books sell, but she gave us full creative control to be who we are, to write how we wanted to be. And that definitely has helped as I've grown throughout my career. Because even when I was under Misha Mish, baby, be who you are, and you gonna write that book. But definitely at the same time, it's still a code that you stick to, because for one, if you want to be known, you want to be known. That's just how the game go. But it is a lot
Mhm.
more open, I will say that.
How do you feel about those that'll say that street lit, urban fiction, anything pretty much written by a black author is ghetto?
I don't believe that. I always believe it's a way of perception.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If that's how you perceive it, it's not ghetto to me, because for one, what I've been through, I don't necessarily consider it. People make ghetto seem like it's such a negative term.
Right.
It's not. For one, it's who we are, and we cannot deny that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in this ghetto world, you gonna meet a lot of intellectual. When I say talented, especially black female writers, and people just label us because of that term, and they think that, oh, because it's that, it's gonna be XYZ. Baby, that's where you're wrong, and that's where you're missing out on a lot of work, because it's just too much in this for you to not know about. Put it like that.
Girl, they need to get over it because the literary world is one EBT card away from a negative bounce.
Okay.
So I don't. Everything is ghetto.
Girl, please. They just hate us so much that everything we do gotta be a negative light. But come on now. Ain't nobody better than thou. Put it like, you could go somewhere. Everybody got their own problems. Y'all just mad
Right.
because we know how to handle lies a lot better than you. Okay.
So how do you feel? Shouldn't said I'm still in doubt. how do you how do you feel about the traditional publishing? Has that been a goal for you, or you just prefer to be indie? And if that is a goal, why? And if you prefer to stay indie, and why?
I've always thought about it, because I've always thought about it as the reach, as to getting to know, as for, to, how can I put this? I'm trying to say it right, girl. To reach more readers, put it like that. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? On a wider, a broad spectrum. Because when I was a little girl, I used to read Triple Crown publication all the time, and my goal was to always to submit to them, because I knew that they had a whole worldwide reach, a way broader reach. When it comes to indie, though, and not saying I would never not want to try traditional publishing. I would love the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Mhm.
more to me than about making money, and it's more to me than about reaching readers. I like the creative control I have as an indie author. And you know what I'm saying? When life happens, if you be locked in a contract with them people, I can't
Mhm.
always meet those contracts, and I can't always meet those standards. And a lot of times, and this is definitely from just me reading, because like I when I say I research a lot of stuff, I go online, everything is on the internet, and you just
Mhm.
see examples of contracts and how traditional publishing will want you to meet certain standards. I can't commit to that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I definitely just, if you can, by all means, do what's best for you. I love it for people who want to do it, and I commend everybody who does it. But me personally, indie is just my lane right now, because I know that I'm on a certain timetable. That's all.
Okay. What is the positive things that you have experienced being an indie author, and what particular things would you want to see more of as an indie author?
Positive things, as far as, go a little bit more in detail for that for me.
Okay. Positive things when I say as far as growing as an indie author, the community as an indie author, and the readership as an indie author.
Honestly, whether you're indie or whether you're signed or not, I feel like if you're a good author, whether you're indie or not, is not gonna make a difference. But
Hmm.
that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been signed before, I've been indie before. The best
Hmm.
thing about indie to me, again, is just being on my own time, so I can work with that. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, this is a business. You know what I'm saying? But again, I like the flexibility of being an indie author, because if some like again, if something's not right, I want to take my time instead of trying to meet a deadline to get something
Yeah.
done. So I like the fact that I have that wiggle room as an indie author. And I also love the readers definitely support indie authors a whole bunch too. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
seeing that, because you do everything, you wear all the hats. So it's like, oh my goodness, it could be a little bit overwhelming, but it's definitely worth it. So I definitely love it.
Y'all are the epitome of Maxwell's song, "A Woman's Work."
Girl, okay.
Just saying.
Don't make me start singing, girl.
So, what is your goal besides getting outside or even doing a virtual signing? Because that is a thing.
I'm gonna have to look more into this. I'm interested.
Ma'am, do you have a PA?
Who what?
Oh my God.
That means no, girl. Cause what?
A PA is a personal assistant. There are people who are indie book personal assistants to indie authors, and they handle your day to day, so you don't have to handle the day to day, and you just write.
Girl, I am the PA. Sure, I do everything. So that's a no.
Oh wow, Shannon won. Called you out, girl. Shannon won. She like make sure that there's marketing taken care of. She makes
Okay.
sure that, and she has an online bookstore. So she just really like make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And if you're supposed to be writing something, um, she literally be like on your ass, like, what you doing?
Okay.
She holds you accountable.
You know what? I like that, because a lot of times not having that accountability, as you can see, this finale ain't dropped yet. But as you can see, I will definitely look into that, because sometimes I get off track and I work a lot. When I say I work a lot, I work a lot. But I definitely try to make sure that I have a good balance between work and writing. So I will definitely look into that.
I think you and Shannon should link up. Because
Definitely. Hey, Shannon girl. Hey.
but I'm gonna tell you, she gonna be on your ass.
Oh, girl. I'm like, ooh, that text message eyeballing
She gonna be on your
it.
ass.
Girl.
Because there's a lot of indie book talkers on the black side that are now starting businesses or do it for free, and they literally help keep authors accountable of their own stuff because we understand you have lives.
Okay.
And there's even PR firms that help you promote more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And but they're for indie authors.
Now I thank you for that, because I did not know that. And a lot of times that honestly, to help answer the question about indie, it does a lot of stuff kind of gets falling on the wayside, and I kind of fall behind in certain areas. So definitely having that help to help me in the areas that I'm not always on top of will definitely come in handy.
Yeah, and I understand you being an introvert because I'm an introvert. I just know how to mimic an extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at mimicking an extrovert.
Well,
I
you do
am.
it real good, girl. I would never be able to tell.
Blame me, blame my sociopathic ways.
Stop it.
Dead ass. But I know how to mimic it and make you comfortable. But I'm very quiet in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very
The
quiet.
one that sit in the back observing everything,
Yep,
yeah, that's me.
yep, yep, yep. I just know how to mimic it really well.
Okay,
Years
well, I commend you for that, because a lot of people can't. I didn't know how to do that for the longest time, baby. So hey.
I have no choice. I have no choice. Like I said, I have a mental illness, so I have no choice. To see the real me is to be scary.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I have to sometimes mimic being an extrovert when I am totally an introvert.
And it helps pull it out of you. And I commend you for that, because that's way easier said than done.
It's very
Way
overwhelming.
easier said than done. It can be very over. The littlest things will overwhelm you. So I definitely commend you, just from doing your lives to doing the reviews and being consistent on all the social media handles. That is a lot to handle. So I commend you in everything that you do. again, like I said when we first started this, I love you. I admire you. I love just looking at your videos and watching everything. You are so inspiring, especially just watching you grow and grow and grow. Again, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. But the best of luck, girl. Blessings too. Hey, I was trying to say that one too. So, but you get it, girl. You get it.
Same with you because when I say I don't care how y'all pronounce his name is Knuckle. I said what it's Knuckle. From that book and all the other books, I have been in love with these brothers.
Who
The
we girl?
Pappy, the mama, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the way they handle their women. No, that's not how you say it. Go ahead and say what it is.
Who me?
Yeah.
Nuka.
Like she said, nigga.
Cause that nigga right there, girl.
I swear.
Girl.
I swear.
Baby, when
But
he was in the limousine and he was watching the video when she was in the bathtub,
child, child,
girl. Look, on the way to her house. On the way to her house.
child, let me tell you something. When you say you wrote him to be like Joe from you did that.
Girl,
And
thank you.
you mixed in a little Dexter.
It's like because I try not to copy, and that's like we get inspiration from TV, we get inspiration from all these other works and stuff. So I definitely get that. So the hardest thing was making sure that I made him authentic and be who he is, and not be nobody else.
He had if you would have never said anything about you because he was his own freaking crazy psychotic self,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have never came in mind.
Girl, stop.
But now that you mentioned, I'm like, yeah, he got a little bit of Joe, a little bit of Dexter in his
Girl,
ass. Hell, maybe just a tad bit of Hannibal. He just crazy.
girl, listen, listen. Mm-mm. The readers like him crazy. Listen,
I do look here. If you made him like, cause I love contemporary sometimes, but ain't nothing like a deranged. No,
girl.
it's just something about, especially in the fictional world.
Cause you know they ain't gonna play about you.
Facts,
Listen. Listen,
facts.
if I had me a listen, I'm not saying if I had one because baby, I got one. And when I say he don't play,
Mm.
he don't Rocco mix with Nuka, baby. This man don't play.
I'm the nickel in this situation. I'm the Rocco, the Nugga, the Demon Strings, all
Girl,
that.
stop it.
I'm that one. But
Girl.
I love that. I always said when they say that women can be so demure and so I need a man type deal. They don't understand what type of man we say we need.
I need I need masculinity because for one, me not this ain't about me. This is about women, especially black women. We have to be strong.
All day,
We have to just come correct in
every day.
everything or her out of place. So if I gotta be this strong and I gotta come like this every day, my man gotta be tenfold. Okay, are you? First of all, you gotta be a man of God.
Mm.
Second of all, he got to be tenfold because I can't have no weak, whiny ass man around me. You
Mm.
gotta be able to check me without belittling me. You don't have to turn me down, educate me. I am open to all of that. But I'm
Mm.
not gonna submit to no man that's gonna leave me in no ditch either.
Girl, that's why.
Listen.
That's why I said a man has to be a bigger man than me.
Yes.
It got to be a because I am in touch with my masculinity and my femininity. The duality is crazy. So they through my books that I read, I get that. I get a man who can be in touch with his masculinity and the same in touch with his femininity and had a duality, but can yoke your ass up.
Yes, girl.
and give you the pipe for attitude adjustment. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay. That's funny you say that because a lot of readers commented on Deja's character. And I got a lot of comments about her being weak minded and about her not being confident in herself. Just, baby, I done heard and I done seen it all. You know what I'm
Who was
saying?
they reading?
I done heard and I done seen it all.
Wait, wait,
And
wait. Who was they reading about? Because they weren't reading Deja.
it's girl.
Because
It's just like I don't know where they went. And at first I kept saying, well, I didn't think she was weak, or
she
my
was
thing
not.
is, I felt like Deja just was tired of people playing with her. And she took it to a point where you're not gonna play with me, but she was still human. So, like we all are, we have triggers. Deja does have some trauma that she hasn't dealt with yet. That's gonna come about. But at the same time, I wanted to make her to seem as human as possible because we always have to be either super duper strong or super duper weak. My goal for Deja was to make her be as normal as possible. She had problems, she had triggers, she had weaknesses, but at the same time, she pulled that motherfucking Glock out on his ass, didn't she? You not gonna play with me. Get the fuck up out my face like this, man. Like, for real.
You
Don't
know
play
what?
with me.
I think a lot of times as readers, and this is a general statement, so don't none of you bitches come in here trying to check me because that's gonna be a bad move. I think a lot of times as readers, we forget that it's fiction, but also that fiction has realism. Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times authors write from experiences of themselves or people they know.
Mm-hmm.
And they may switch it up a little bit where it's fiction, but the realism is there. And
Yes.
I think a lot of people project their own bullshit when
Mm-hmm.
they see a character because they want her to automatically be guns of fucking blazes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Off real. But in reality, we sit up here and say we want these men that's in reality to read some of these books so they can act like that in reality,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't stand the woman to be so realistic that it's like, ooh,
Because
that's
it's a reflection of who
exactly.
they are, or it's a reflection of a trauma you didn't realize you have, or it's a trigger to something that you haven't dealt with before.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I'm
so,
saying?
but you can't go about blaming the author because your bitch ass ain't in therapy. That sound like a you problem.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
just saying
Accountability. Basically accountability, baby.
that is a you
Accountability.
problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at the author for writing a character that is so realistic
Yes.
that they feel, oh my god, she got
Because
this
at a
about me,
certain
so I
point, you
don't
have to
like this
take
character.
accountability for yourself, like you said, or you're going to project that on everybody, or you're going to
Exactly.
expect everybody to color it how you want it to be colored. Ah,
Exactly.
baby, listen, because some of the stuff Deja went through, I'm going to be honest, I was bullied back then.
I
People
was
talking,
too. That's why I started whooping bitches' ass.
oh, listen,
That,
listen.
that's why I said that shit that y'all be writing. People be feeling it, but they like to deflect. They like to give y'all 1 stars, 2 stars, complain about the character because they see they bum asses in the character.
Yes.
And so instead of being like, okay, I see myself in this character, I really ain't got to say nothing to the author because that's kind of a reflection of me. She wrote,
Mm-hmm.
instead of being politically correct, instead of being just a genuine person and say, I love the story, I just, keep that other shit to yourself, they got to come out with, oh, this bitch was weak. No, use the weak
Excuse me.
bitch. Use the weak bitch because that bitch got a happily ever after. Your ass is still sitting here broke and
Stop
looking
it.
strange for some change.
Stop it.
I'm
Girl,
just
now
saying.
one thing I can say, because a lot of people, this is one thing when you said, when talking about writing about plus size women,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing I will admit, because I do see a lot of things, and first of all, I want to commend,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of plus size women who are so fucking confident. You can't shake
Yeah.
them. You can't
Yeah.
shake the ground they walk on. And I love that because for a long time, I didn't have that confidence. And I'm going to be honest, and I'm just straight be transparent with you on that part. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that confidence for a long time. So what I did with Deja is I focused on showing her growth, because
Mm,
not every plus size woman got the same story. So
right.
at the same time, there are some women who was just confident from birth or confident from childhood because that's how they were raised, that's how
Mm,
they saw it, that's the mindset that they used to overcome it. And I commend you, baby.
yeah.
I commend you, because if you don't have it, that leads to you not believing that you are as beautiful as the next woman just because you don't look like her or because you're not shaped like her. So again, I understand, like, when it came to the she didn't have confidence, she had to find that confidence, because having a man like Nuka's not going to give you that confidence. It's not going to give that to you. You have to have that in
Yeah.
yourself.
Facts.
You
Because
know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm a plus size woman. And I come off as almost studdish. You know what I'm saying? When people meet me, they like, damn, she must be a stud or something. But I probably can pull your man. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Because I'm confident in that.
Yes.
I there is this thing in the world where they say plus size women shouldn't be wrote about, shouldn't have the same clothes as people that are smaller than them, shouldn't be considered beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They are lazy. They don't want to lose the weight, stuff like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
can guarantee you that a woman who's 200 and plus got more confidence than the average female.
Okay. Because it's this
Because
mindset at the end of the day.
because
As
I
long as you love yourself, that's what matters. And everybody be so focused on the physical, the material, the this, the that. It ain't about that. It's about the inside. Because if I cut you open and I see that you are nothing like how you present yourself on the outside, what is that worth? Nothing.
exactly. And it's crazy. And that's why I say I love a plus size book. It don't take away from women who are average size in books. It
Mm-hmm.
does not take away from a girl that's a size 0 to a size 8 in a book. You know what
It
I'm
just
saying?
highlights another. It highlights another dream. It highlights another reality, and that's all it is to it.
Because I never in my life would I want to be skinny again. Never. You know
Okay.
why? You know why? Because that didn't fit me. I was
Okay. It
miserable.
was for you. Is for you.
Exactly. So therefore, I feel like a lot of authors they get to the point where they don't want to write plus size girls because they think it won't sell.
Mm-hmm.
When it's a whole bunch of us out here. Like, where's the big girls, LaShondra? Where's the big women? You know
Yes,
what I'm
baby,
saying?
because baby being BBW and being plus size is trending, and I don't care what nobody say.
Baby. And get the baddest looking niggas.
Okay,
What no matter what color they are.
don't matter, cause if you got it, you got it. And again, it comes from inside. It comes from that confidence, and that makes you shine so much brighter on the
Yeah.
outside. People gonna feed towards your energy. A man want a woman who knows she the shit. Not unless he one who butt hurt and can't handle his woman being prettier than him. Then we ain't talking about them. We talking about the masculinity man over there. We talking about them alphas over there. Them guys and soldiers. We talk about them. We ain't talking about them men who can't handle no woman shining brighter than he is. Okay?
Yeah, and I also want to say this. We as women, especially black women, they be like, "Oh, you attract how you feel on the inside." No,
Mm.
that is not true all the time. That is
No,
not true all the time. Cause it's some just conniving motherfuckers that can get
it
in your
is.
head.
Because when you have a light, light attracts everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on now, like let's be honest, light, your
Mm-hmm.
light gonna attract everything. That's where discernment comes in, and you gotta know, but you got, come on now, like, let's be honest, you gotta know how to pick and choose what people are for you and what people ain't. What men are for you and what people ain't. You gotta pick and choose. Do I want affection from this man, or do I want love from this man? Do I want temporary sex from this man, or do I want a lifetime with this man? You have to know how to choose that.
And that goes back to what I was saying about but everything. And I just want to know everybody that's coming on here. I just want y'all to understand it's still talking about books, but like I always say, books have realism in it. Whether
Yes.
you like it or not, it is. And having BBWs in books has always been a fucking problem because people expect not to see BBWs in books. because
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, they wouldn't get that person in real life. Baby, I'll fuck your daddy, your grandpa, your grandma, your
Girl.
auntie, and have no problem doing it
And when you
as a
step out with your
BBW.
man and they be like, that's your man? Why do you expect me to have? Because I'm plus size, I don't deserve a good looking man. I don't deserve a guy for a man. I don't deserve a masculine man. Is that what you're telling me? For real?
And
Girl,
and and
people.
this is what also I like when people write about, I guess, the tomboyish boys, like girls like me,
Mm-hmm.
and they have the finest men,
Yes.
and they be like, oh, she dressed like you, and but inside that room though,
Okay, okay.
inside that
People be
room,
don't that's not for you to worry about. Worry about your business and I got what's going on over here, okay? Don't worry about why you worried about me? If we was worried about our own plates, our food wouldn't get cold. Come on now.
girl, girl, girl.
For real.
But that's why I say plus size women is something that needs to be seen, just like plus size men. Because I ain't the type of bitch like some of y'all like skinny men. That's y'all. I need a motherfucker that can flip me up in the air and call me sunshine. That's what I need.
I
Okay.
done had too many skinny men flip me up in the air and call me, so I ain't gonna lie and say
I
that
can't.
ain't
I can't. I
happened.
don't like skinny. I
We
just
all got our preference. Put it like that. Put
yeah.
it like, put it
I
like
need I need some big thick. I'm talking about Winston Duke, Trevante Rose,
ooh wee, baby. Ooh
big
wee.
thick men.
Listen here. I ain't gonna listen. Cause baby LL Cool J, listen, baby.
Girl, listen
Listen.
here. He keep licking them lips. He gonna lick
Girl,
something.
girl, listen. Any man that can kill two sharks and survive at the end of a movie.
Only black man to ever survive a horror movie. No.
Girl. Him and Ice Cube, I'm telling you,
Only black
girl.
men to survive a horror movie. Ain't that about a bitch?
Girl.
So, what would you ever write like a bigger man? Like I'm talking about, dad bod or just a linebacker looking mother.
I have and I do try to write more because I like to have a variety. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like it to just be it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this.
Mm-hmm.
But like in Pound Town, Baby Shine. Baby Shine, baby,
Girl!
baby Shine. Oh, girl, I never
Girl!
forgot about Shine.
Whew, Jesus.
Girl, baby, cause Keith was a big one too, baby. He was stacked, baby.
Y'all, if y'all have not read Pound, the name itself is explanatory. But if y'all
Yeah.
have not read Pound Town by this, oh Jesus, y'all missing out.
Pound Town was definitely a different vibe for me. It was romance, it was grown and sexy, it wasn't the same wild and crazy fucking on all the first nights like it usually is in eroticas. But Pound Town had a lot more, it was a lot more suave, I'll put it like that.
Man, look here. Ah, they was fucking. It wasn't even no hunching. It was fucking.
These was grown people who knew what they wanted with their partners, and they did what they wanted to do with their partners. How they wanted to do it, whether it was from a swing, whether it was baby girl.
It was going down. It was going down.
Okay.
Now, with all that being said, what is a genre that you have not touched, reached, or even attempted to go to, but you just have a little inkling that you might touch on that sometime in the next 3 or 4 years?
Um, that's interesting because I've written a lot. I've written BWWM. I've written the romance. I've written street lit. Honestly, I wanted to not necessarily like paranormal, but I kind of wanted to kind of jump into. I guess this is called paranormal. Again, I'm not very educated in what this might possibly be, but I do have a story that I've been pondering on about shapeshifters. You know what I'm saying?
It
So,
can be either paranormal or speculative fiction or
okay.
supernatural.
Okay. Well, more so supernatural then.
Okay.
Okay, so because like me, like um The Mist by Stephen King is one of my favorite books. One
I
of my
love
favorite
Stephen King.
movies.
I
And
love.
I also love the Predator franchise.
Mm.
So when it comes to wanting to step out and do a book or a genre like that, the mummy, stuff like that, I look at,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So if I was to ever do it, baby, that's my direction right there.
So that'd be more like a supernatural type thriller or psychological
Yeah, yeah.
natural
Okay,
type
thank
thing.
you. Let me write that down because I be again, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of
Yeah.
times I don't know stuff, but I will definitely listen.
But a lot of times people don't understand that there's paranormal. Paranormal is just uh like shapeshifters, dragons, gargoyles, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Speculative fiction is everything outside of reality, almost like a sci-fi mixed with paranormal. So
Okay.
that might be aliens and stuff like that. That's speculative fiction type deal.
Okay.
Then you have supernatural, which is more of like spiritual, like your
Mm-hmm.
hoodoo priestesses, your voodoo. Um, you could have a shapeshifter that is not as like the normal type shapeshifter in mythology, but
Mm-hmm.
more so it's like scientific, but not. But
Okay.
you know, so yeah, there's supernatural, there's paranormal, and then there's speculative fiction. And actually, speculative fiction is the top of the umbrella that everything falls under.
Got you. Got you. So that's definitely something to look into. I thank you for that. Thank you. Because
No
I surely
problem.
will look into it.
Yeah, because I love paranormal so much and sci-fi and speculative fiction. So that's just my thing. You know, I read all y'all books, but my heart goes to speculative fiction, paranormal, fantasy, and sci-fi.
Baby, okay, because the Chronicles of Riddick. Now, listen, I like
Ooh,
stuff like that. That's what, baby, listen.
I
That's what.
have never heard anybody say they.
Do you know how many times I've been waiting on Furia for 13 years, girl? I love the Chronicles of
You
Riddick.
know they are
That's
about to start filming that.
stop it. Oh my
Yes, they are
goodness.
finally coming back with it. But the only
Girl,
problem I have is that Van Diesel is in it. That's
they not, wait a minute, huh?
yeah.
Oh
He's
no.
directing it.
He directing it, but his bald head ass ain't gonna be the main character.
Who know? You never know with his stupid ass. You
Cause he
never.
got so old now. No offense, but he not that
When I
youthful
when I
Riddick
say
no more.
when I say I like dad bods, it's not him. It's not him. He is
Oh.
not the epitome of a dad bod. He done had too
Girl,
many beers for me.
shut up.
No, no.
I
But
need you to
yes,
detox,
yes.
pimping.
I don't think he should, but you know how they be playing with him with that Fast and Furious franchise, so they kind of
Yeah.
let him do anything and
They
everything
got
he
him in there.
wants.
That's why I'm like, man, I wish he would have finished it first because Riddick was what tapped into my love
Mhm.
for murderers. The
That's
whole
speculative fiction.
okay, cause listen, that's where it all bloomed from. I don't this I took this book down, but it was called The Teflon Don. And it really inspired me. Riddick did because that's where a lot of my murderers were based from. I just love from his background story to how he wasn't just killing people for no reason. He only killed people that threatened him or wanted to kill him. So it's not like he was just all the way unhinged, but it was
Mm-hmm.
the storyline behind it that really made me like, oh, that's where my love for assassins came from.
Mm. Yeah, I could.
Yes, girl.
Ooh, girl, please write it. And Teflon Don, what? What? Why you taking it down?
I took it down because I wrote it during COVID and the book just didn't come out how I wanted to come out. The
Mm.
Teflon Don was perhaps no monstrosity came first. The Teflon Don was me really getting into mafia romance.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, the author that I was then wasn't ready to write that kind of stuff yet. And so
Mm-hmm.
now, after trial and error, learning, and on top of that, adapting to what readers like and knowing what I like, on
Mm-hmm.
top of pleasing us both, because there's got to be both. I'm not just writing nothing for nobody
Mm-hmm.
else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm definitely here to help and influence and teach others with the things that I do know, but I definitely want to write for myself and readers. But now that I know how to do that, both of those things, it's really helped me tap into being writing this mafia romance. So baby, trust me, finale gonna be good.
I love, and that's another genre. Like, I like mafia romances. The best mafia romances I've read, not just white authors, but black authors that write interracial. Those
Yes.
have, those have been the best mafia. Posey Parks, Tiffany Patterson, Kenya Wright, those uh, Mo, those have been the best mafia romances that I've read. Jatoria C.
Send me them list of names because I don't read like I used to, girl. I really don't. And
But
especially being an author, it's really hard to read while you writing because you never want to stumble and write something that somebody else has written. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's the main reason why I don't like to read while I write. Everybody like,
yeah,
I will get to it. It is not because I don't want to. It's mainly because when you writing, you gotta have that kind of tunnel vision. Like for real.
yeah.
That's just me being honest. Maybe it's different for some people, but me, no, I'm not gonna read if I'm writing. I just can't do it.
And it's who else? Oh, Phoenix Williams. She wrote it's a black, or she don't call it mafia. She called it a dark organized crime.
I've heard of her name.
Girl, I'm so much of a fan of hers. When I interviewed her, I thought I was about to fucking just throw up because she is just the epitome. When I say this woman write paranormal like it ain't nobody business,
Ooh, we go ahead, girl.
and sometimes it don't be sex in it. It don't be no sex, no
The
romance.
story good. The story good.
You know
Listen,
what I'm saying? And her mafia, her dark mafia, organized crime one, them niggas was crazy.
because they gotta be like crazy and mafia just goes together, baby.
And then she named them after like mythical characters, but it's no paranormal. It's
Mm-hmm.
Nyx, it's Mercury, and it's Grim.
Okay.
They're crazy. They're brothers. They're crazy.
Oh, I love a set of brothers, baby.
Crazier than a. But yeah,
Go ahead.
but that's what I'm saying. I love seeing when y'all like really tap into y'all bag. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes
Mhm.
y'all start out with one genre, and then y'all hit that genre that you was like, I'm gonna pretend,
I'm
do
gonna
a little
try, and then next thing you know, that was your lane the whole time.
facts. Yeah. So how do you know what's your lane? How do you as an author know when you hit that this is my lane and I'm gonna stay in it because this is my lane?
It's a feeling. It's it me personally when the storyline just flows, or you can when you can rewrite the same thing over and over but it don't sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
So like, cuz mafia romance is what it is, it's organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
You can mix it however you want to, but it is what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have the ability, the creativity, the god-given gift to just do it fluently in your own way. Like if you do 3 mafia series back to back and none of them series sound the same, but they all mafia romance, that's how you know you in your lane.
Mm.
That's from my point of view.
So how do you do that with urban romance or street lit?
But well, if because of mafia romance, I write a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
like again, I started with the Teflon Don. No, I keep forgetting, baby. I keep forgetting my
My,
man Morbius. I gotta go back. Morbius, the monstrosity, was my first dark romance, quote unquote mafia tapping into it. That was just one crazy man from the jump. He killed everybody, women, children, babies. That he was messed up, baby. That was a messed up man in the head. But then he met a woman, and he got in his Bible, he got in his bag, he got in God, and he just really kind of became different. And he got saved, basically put it like that. He wasn't just killing for no reason. But it started there. And then after that, I wrote what is that book called? Girl, I be forgetting there's so many books. I wrote because it connects to the Platinum Cartel. The Platinum
mm-hmm.
Cartel comes after that. It's a
Mm-hmm.
3 book series called A Killer with Feelings. That's what it is. So it starts with monstrosity, then it goes into what, girl, I can't remember the name of
Teflon
the
Don.
book. Not the Teflon. That one was separate from this one, girl. I'm telling you, like, just It was monstrosity booed up. It was first booed up with a St. Louis Goons. Them St. Louis Goons, because I've changed the title. That's what it is. So it goes from monstrosity to them St. Louis Goons, and then the last book is Hard Up for Ransom. Those are a lot of me earlier in my career, but that's where it all started, though. And so then from there, I wanted to do it different. So I came up with the Teflon Don, but the Teflon Don didn't come out right. So I just dropped that and started all over again. And then all of a sudden I jumped into this. But the Teflon Don is coming back because the Teflon Don intertwines with this. The Ames family intertwines with this also. And it all connects. And my East Point Island series connects with this. So it all intertwines. All of my books, as of now, they all connect.
Real shit.
So when you know your lane, again, you know your lane. You gonna tap into it.
That's crazy. How
Yeah.
did that's a lot to keep up with. That's just like I be looking at sci-fi and fantasy authors like how y'all keep up with these missions, these stories, these all of that shit.
It builds like I it never comes out that way for me though. I'll start with one book, but one book just be so powerful that you plug into it. Cause it's hard kind of creating a new world all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
if you tap into like that's just me, if like I just tapped into one story, like I started with the East Point Island series. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when I came up with the city East Point Island because me, I'm from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Sexy Red. She doing it big for St. Louis. But St. Louis was not one of those popular cities like the East Coast and the West Coast was. And me growing up, that's all the movies were was the East Coast and the West Coast. But
Mm-hmm.
one, that was too hard to learn the East Coast genre. That was just the jargon. I couldn't talk like them to save my life. But when it came to the West Coast, and then I get a lot of help from Barb because she helps me with my West Coast twang and everything too. So I created this city that mixed the East and the West together, and it's on this island that's on in California, their own city and stuff. And I started with that, and then I just birthed everything else. Everything just started to connect to that, and that's what helped me keep up and write my series.
Mm. Damn. Girl. I would have forgot everybody.
Girl, stop
I would have forgot everybody. I can't even
it.
remember what I did 2 hours ago. Talking
Girl.
about some remembering a plot, a story, a
It
character.
happens because you'll find yourself, you'll repeat yourself because there's only so much under the sun. So it's like, girl, do you know I keep all my notebooks, I write my notes because I will start to repeat myself, or I'll, this already happened, so you gotta change it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot.
Mhm.
It's definitely a lot, but it's worth pouring into.
All right. So, what do you want to tell everybody before we get out of here as far as what can they expect from you in the upcoming year?
In the upcoming year. The finale is coming, y'all. I promise you. But if you didn't hear it beforehand, it's gonna be heavy promo before that book link drop. Let's just put it like that. It's gonna be, but that's definitely coming. That's coming. I got a book that was supposed to drop early December, and my head is still early December, so we still in December. So this, stop
Well, I'm looking for my calendar. I was like, what? Did
it.
Christmas just what?
Yeah, but so we still got something coming in December. We got the finale coming, and then I know I definitely want to close Rocco's book out too. So those three books are definitely next for me.
Okay. So we're gonna see you outside at least once.
At least once. At least once. At least once. For the book the boozy.
You mean Boozy Book Tour?
Boozy book tour. Yes, girl. See, look, I wrote it wrong. I apologize. Correct me, baby. I got it. I got it right here.
So tell everybody your social media handles in which they, because in case this app do go away, which I doubt, but in case this app
You never
goes,
know.
you never know. Where can they reach out to you at?
At Taugjaye are usually most of all of my handles. I'm on Instagram at Taugjaye, Author Taugjaye, for Facebook, Author Taugjaye Crawford because that has my full name connected to it. That's my business page, but my Author Taugjaye is my actual page, And I respond better in Messenger or on Instagram because those get notifications sent to my phone. I don't get notifications from nowhere else. But at Taugjaye is basically where you find me at.
All right, girl. I'm so happy I got to talk to you.
Yes, I've been so excited about this. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. From one introvert to another, girl, I can't tell. I commend you. I just thank you so much.
This is years of practice.
Okay, sure. Well, but look at us. If he could do it for us, imagine who else he gonna do it for.
Facts, facts.
Okay.
I wish you just all the blessings because I was hounding your ass trying to get an interview. I was on her ass, y'all.
When I seen the slide come up, I'm like, hey, excuse me. How can I get on up in there, please?
All she had to do was say it. And I'm
Girl, yes. I thank you so much. I have been looking forward to this all month. I'm telling you.
so where can they get your books?
On Amazon, they all on Amazon. I am relaunching my website. I'm gonna put it in my Instagram link because that's the one that gets more traffic. Facebook be kind of weird on me when it comes to links and stuff. So I put it in my Instagram link and it'll have my link tree on there. And like books that I keep in my vault that I don't want on Amazon no more, that'll be strictly that you could just purchase from my website. So I'll have it up there, but you can definitely find it through Amazon. I mean, through Instagram. I apologize. And that handle is at Taugjaye as well.
She said, ask who said any audiobooks.
As of right now, no. But the real motherfucking G's, the Underground Kings, that series is gonna be an Audible because for one is what I'm mostly known for right now. So
What?
you gotta have somebody reading how crazy he is out loud, y'all.
Who
So we
had
gonna
to
start
get a
there.
cough drop in my throat? What the Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You ain't getting off of here till we discuss this. Wait a minute. What you mean? Who is these narrators?
I don't know yet because I'm very picky about voices. And you can't just
Girl, if
be
you
no.
don't get Miles Washington,
Listen, Miles Washington, I'm writing the names down because can't just anybody read Nuka. You gotta be Nuka, baby. And if I gotta
girl,
get on there and be Nuka, I will.
go to Miles Washington's page and tell me if that man is not that man.
Okay, I got you. I will let you know too.
Cause his voice.
Somebody that's gonna have to, he gotta pull you in, baby. Just yes, I'm gonna go listen.
Let me tell you something. He from the East Coast,
Oh,
and he got that East Coast nick
oh,
in him. I
oh.
bullshit you not. I bullshit you not.
Well, we gonna have to see about this because Nuka West Coast all day, baby.
But he like you know how Tupac was when he was on East Coast. He can
Yeah,
be East Coast. When he was West Coast, he can be West Coast.
got you, got
That's
you.
Miles Washington.
You know what? You ain't gotta tell me no more. I'm gonna go look. You ain't gotta tell me no more.
And he got the raspy voice.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for it and go on to check them out.
Yo, anybody in these comments have ever heard what Miles Washington? Tell her. Tell her.
Listen, I will give anything a try. If you say it's good, I'ma listen. I'ma read it. You know what I'm saying? I like to have my own opinion for stuff, but if
Look
you
at Book the
definitely
Busy. She
say,
like, yes. She like, yes. I'm
okay,
telling
okay,
you.
cool.
So who are you looking for the rest of them?
You know what? This is very new to me. This is very fresh. So it's really overwhelming right now. Because like I'm just now looking into it, but I know that audiobooks are definitely becoming popular. But I don't just want Siri or Google reading my damn book either.
Please don't do that. Don't do that. Please.
Girl.
Please. Please.
No, I got stores all around Miles Washington Lane because I'm gonna go check them out.
Booked and Busy, Shannon, I know y'all on here. Send her some narrators because I know Miles Washington should be one. D. Lewis, A. Lewis' husband, because he's an East Coast nigga
Okay.
from New Jersey, I think.
You
So
know what? That'll be a good flow though, especially because those cities have that East Coast West Coast mix with that STL. You know what? Go, girl, cause you was up to something.
D. Lewis and Miles Washington, those are my two.
Okay.
And the rest of y'all send us some. But those who please listen to D. Lewis and Miles Washington. I promise you, you're gonna be like, what?
How do I get in and where do we start this at? Okay.
I'm just saying. Look, Shannon, I think D. Lewis will do him justice. I'm
Look,
telling you.
oh,
I'm
listen.
telling you. I'm telling you.
You know what? I got both that now. You know what? Thank you, y'all, for the recommendations. Because if I'm telling you, my first book, I already know in audio is gonna be Nuka, and that I'ma stand on. That's gonna be my word. That first audio
See,
book.
Ash who says she is lying about Miles. I'm an audio book girl.
Oh,
See,
okay. Thank you.
I'm telling, I'm telling, boy, because Miles got that swag. D got that swag too, but he could switch his voice up like
See, yes.
he could switch.
Yes.
He did. Who was it? Mo Flames. And he did A. Lewis, his wife's book. Man, he could switch, and he did Octavia Butler's Dear Vicky.
Okay, okay.
I promise you, Miles Washington and D. Lewis. I don't know who the other motherfuckers gonna be, but them two, them
Don't make
two.
me laugh,
I'm so serious. Them two.
girl.
That's. I'm just saying.
I'm looking into it. I promise you. So you know what? Look out for that in 2025 too. That audiobook by Nuka coming by either Miles Washington or D. Lewis. Cause when I listen to the voices, I'll know it when I hear it, and I'll know which way. God gonna point me. He gonna point me. I'ma know which way to go.
I promise you. I promise you. And if you're looking for a female voice, Jackie Lynn.
Okay.
Jackie Lynn, and she interactive with the shit. She makes the sound effects. Matter of fact, her and D. Lewis do that. They make the sound effects to whatever's going on.
So they get into character.
They really
This
do it.
ain't just a bag for them. They get into
They really do
character.
it.
I love that. I love people who just love what they do, and you can tell when somebody love what they do too.
You can check her out. She did a uh audio book with Isla Cox, and she did the Insatiable audio book. Listen to her, and she gonna be on Product of the Street.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you. And another person you should get is Zeno.
All these
Zeno.
names, girl. I hear you because I told you I'd be somewhere up under a rock.
Zeno is a voice actor, and even though he gets on my nerve, Zeno has a deep ass motherfucking voice. He got the voice.
Like that Batman, that deep.
He got that voice to have these stupid ass bitches be on here ready to drop their panties and their coins. Because that's exactly what they be fucking doing.
Like Michael Jackson, all you gotta do is pop up on stage. They be ready, baby.
Girl, these girls, for Zeno, these girls literally was trying to hunt down to where he lived at.
Oh my goodness.
Based off of his voice.
Uh-uh. Nigga look like Uncle Luke. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That was a
Right,
joke.
booked and busy. They be trying to risk it all. Like, are y'all insane? Are y'all cool? For real.
Be
So I
willing to risk it all.
so for a female voice, check out Jackie Lynn. And check out Lanisha Edmonds.
Lanisha Edmonds.
Lanisha Edmonds and Jackie Lynn, and then you have Miles Washington, D. Lewis, and Zeno.
I got them all written down.
So that's your start right there.
Okay, that's a great start. Thank you so much.
Oh, Jay Israel just came. Jay Israel said, I do voiceover work for my novel and series When Crows Fly. So there go another voice.
Okay, thank you. Shout out. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you.
I'm just saying it. You know what? This is the best part. I think this is the best part of why I do this. Because the connections people can have with each other
Yes.
is amazing.
And thank you for providing that kind of platform. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when I first started, unless it was just me really tucked away, I didn't know that we had these type of resources, these type of opportunities, from the ARC reviewers to the TikTok reviews to the beta readers. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a great platform, and I commend y'all because when word spread, Word. I didn't even know Nuka was a thing on TikTok. I didn't even have TikTok until I knew Nuka was a thing, and then I had to get TikTok so I could see what was going on. So I really, really appreciate y'all for providing this platform so that we authors can definitely grow. Because again, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and word of mouth travels so fast.
It does. It does. I mean, I always say the foundation was built by TikTokers like Jaleesa,
Mm-hmm.
Tori. They kind of built the foundation for us because before Kennedy Ryan was Kennedy Ryan, she was doing lives during COVID with Tori. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So they built the foundation. It's just that then people started to build on top of that. Now I ain't saying everybody good people because some of you bitches be out here trying to make these authors pay for shit that they shouldn't be paying for.
Oh my
But I ain't
goodness.
even finna get into it because I swear to God, that just pissed me off on all type of levels.
Oh, we be getting down like that.
Some, they let their ego get to their heads because they get a little popularity,
Oh.
and so they be like, "Pay me." But I always say this: when y'all are indie authors, not a bitch nigga or a hoe in the street should ask y'all for shit. Cause y'all are putting your money into your craft. So I don't see trying to make, not saying that you can't a little, but I just don't see because the benefit of helping promote you guys is outweighs
I get it. I
that.
get it from both points of view. I get it because from one point you know your worth. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely get it. But at the same time, when you doing it from your heart and this is what you do, I get it from both spectrums. So I
Yeah.
understand.
I just don't like y'all getting fucked over because I hear so many horror stories. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They're going another voice actor. See, look at God.
Hey.
Look at God.
Look at that. Thank you for tuning in. Girl, I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. Thank you so much for
You're
having me. Like when I
welcome.
say you can't see me, I'm over here just smiling, girl. Like just smiling.
Because I think you authors deserve y'all flowers. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people that want to work with y'all who have ample experience and should be able to connect with y'all. But sometimes, they can't connect because they don't know who is really, doing what. So I just look at it like,
Who's really for you? And I get you. I get
yeah.
you.
And and look, there's Nikki Clark. That is somebody you should get in contact with. She does speculative fiction. She is one of my favorite fucking authors besides Phoenix
Okay,
Williams.
hi. Thanks for tuning in.
Besides Phoenix Williams, she is the speculative fiction queen. And I know Octavia Butler is the speculative fiction queen, but to me, my generation, that's her.
Okay, now.
That's her.
Thank you. And shout out to y'all. Cause baby, yes, when I decide to tap into that lane, trust me. Cause I got some stuff kind of just little outline, but it's definitely giving me the confidence to want to step into it and really try it out to see
Please.
how I like it.
It's so many of us that are people put black people in a box,
Yeah.
even though we are not in a box and we are not a monolith. And they will always say she just got to read urban fiction. She just has to read straight street lit. Not
Yeah.
knowing we are blurs, we read manga, anime, comic books. We like speculative fiction. We like psychological
If
thrillers.
it's good, it's good.
Exactly. But they put us in a box. And so therefore they don't see that we can read so many
And
things.
enjoy so many different
Exactly.
things. And then when we get into it and we put our tap, our twist, our spin, when we put our foot in the mix, girl, please.
Because
Girl,
we got
please.
flavor.
Okay?
We got flavor when okay, I'm gonna take that back. We got flavor when we not samboing.
Yeah.
Cause sometimes some of us will switch it up so they can appease the masses.
No,
Because
and I get that. I definitely get that. I definitely get that.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Because at
But
the end of the day, like you said, it's a business, it's a wave. I get that. I definitely understand that.
you just got to get your foot in the door, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take away from no male author on here, but it's harder for a woman to get her foot in the door and genuinely get respected
Yeah.
compared to a male. Whereas when y'all put your foot down, they listen.
because they far and in between. And again, when it comes to that masculinity, women tend to they'll lean more toward it, and I understand that. But at the same time, we shouldn't have to fight so hard for that same respect. Sometimes it could take, like me again, I feel like I'm not even I'm very confident in my pen. I never said I was not confident in my pen. But do I feel like I'm where I could be?
Mm,
No, I don't, but I'm thankful for where I am at the same time. You know what I'm saying? This has been
right.
a wonderful journey. I am so blessed for who I've met, who I've worked with, who I've been under, and now being an indie author. The people that I still associate with, the baiters, the art reviewers, all of that, friend, all of that. I'm very grateful. So again, it can be definitely be harder. But again, we all women.
We
It
are.
shouldn't be that hard.
Because they either gonna see us as aggressive or assertive. One or
Yeah.
the other. That's just life.
Girl,
But
that's something for another day.
like I said, I want to appreciate everything that you do. I want you to understand that I appreciate everything that you do. As coming from a black woman to another black woman, coming to you as a reader to a writer. I appreciate everything that you do. I don't ever want you to think that is being taken for granted because it's not. Um, I love that book. I love that
Thank
fucking series. You know what I'm
you
saying?
so much. I'm just so glad you enjoyed it.
And that made me dive so much into your catalog because I was like, who is she and why am I just now hearing about her? But
Girl, somewhere under a mat.
but I love to find out about new authors
Yes.
and
It's so
I
much talent out here. So
it
much talent.
is and I just want you to open yourself up to going on podcasts like this because the one thing about podcasts, you have those podcasts where they're in studios and they have the whatever. And then you have this where it's readers like myself, like booked and busy. There are readers that are doing this because they want other readers to see you guys.
Yes.
So with
And I
that
appreciate y'all
with that
so
being
much.
said, I'm gonna need you to reach out to booked and busy.
I got you. I got it written down right here. I sure do. I appreciate everything. I really do. For taking out the time, for putting me on your schedule, for just giving me this opportunity to interact with the readers, interact with you, to meet the people that have tuned in. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. I love what I do. I just thank God for blessing me with my gift to help share it with y'all. Because again, it's not about me, it's about y'all. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, and I appreciate this.
And on that note, I'm going to end this. But before I go, some house notes. The interest form for interviews for February is open, but I'm about to close it because it's too many emails.
Oh,
So, and I'm closing it for February, and I'll open it for March because I didn't know y'all was going. I did it that way because my lazy ass got tired of going in y'all DMs.
but look at you. I love that for you.
I got tired. Shit.
Girl, I understand. Then next thing you know, bling, bling, bling. Won't stop ringing.
But I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I am happy.
No,
But
I get you.